Welcome back, y'all. We're gonna get straight back into it. No mind the hair. About to get it done. But it do look nice. Y'all can't hate on it. Anyway, um, Genesis chapter 31. And he heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob had taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's have gotten all the glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not towards him as before time. And Jehovah said unto Jacob, Return unto the land of thy father and thy kindred, and I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto this his flock, and unto them, I see your father countenance, and it is not towards me as before time, but the God of my father hath been with me, and ye know that which all my power I have served your father, and your father had deceived me and changed my wages 10 times. But God suffered him not to hurt me. If he said thus, the speckle shall be thy wage, then all the flock bear speckled, and he said thus, the ringstead shall be thy wage, then bear all the flock ringstead. Thus God had taken away the cattle of your father and give them to me. And it came to pass at the time that the flock conceived, that I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, that the he goats which leaped unto the flock were ringstead and speckled and grizzled. And the angel of the God said unto me in the dream, Jacob. And I said, Here I am. And he said, Lift up now thine eyes and see all the he goats which leapt upon the flock are ringstead. I don't know. I'm gonna just say RS, speckled and grizzled. For I have seen all that Laban done unto thee. I am the God of Bethel, where thou anointed a pillar, where thou vowed a vow unto me. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy nativity. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion of inheritance of us in our father's house? Are we not accounted by him as foreigners? For he had sold us, and had also quite devoured our money. For all the riches which God had taken away from our father, that is ours, and our children. Now then, whatsoever God has said unto thee, do. Then Jacob rose up and sat his sons and his wives upon the camel, and he carried away all his cattle and all his substance which he had gathered, the cattle of his getting which he had gathered, a Pudan arm, to go to Isaac his father unto the land of Canaan. And Laban was gone to shear his sleep, and Rachel stole the Timtim that were her father's, and Jacob stole away unawares of Laban, and Saran. In that he told him not, that he fled. So he fled with all that he had, and he rose up and passed over the river and set his face towards the mountain of Gilead. And it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob was fled, and he took his brethren with him and pursued after him 7 days' journey, and he overtook him in the mountains of Gilead. And God said unto Laban the Syrian in the dream of the night, and said unto him, Take heed to thyself, that thou spake not to Jacob either good or bad. And Laban came up with Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mountains of Laban with his brethren encamped in the mountain of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou hast stolen away unawares to me, and carried away my daughters as captives of the sword? Wherefore didst thou flee? Certainly, Secretly, and steal away from me, and did not tell me, that I might have sent thee away with mirth, and with songs, with tabor, and with harps, and didst not suffer me to kiss my sons and my daughters. Now hast thou done foolishly. It is in the power of my hand to do you harm, but the God of your father spake unto me yesternight, saying, Take heed to thyself, that thou spake not to Jacob either good or bad. And now, though thou wouldest needs be gone, because thou sore longest after thy father's house, yet wherefore hast thou stolen my goods? And Jacob answered and said to Laban, Because I was afraid I said, lest thou shouldest take it thy daughters from me by force. With whomsoever thou find thy goods, he shall not live before our brethren descendants. Thou what is thine with me, and take it to thee. For Jacob knew not that Rachel had stolen them. And Laban went unto Jacob's tent, and unto Leah's tent, and into the tent of the two maidservants, but he found them not. And he went unto of the Leah's tent, and entered unto Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the hymns and put them in the camel saddle, and sat upon them. And Laban felt around all the tent, but found them not. And she said to her father, Let not my lord be angry, that I cannot rise up. Therefore for the manner of women is upon me. And he searched, but found not the temple hymn. And Jacob was worthy and cheered with Laban. And Jacob answered and said to Laban, What is my trespass? What is my sin, that thou hast hotly pursued after me? Where ears thou hast felt about all my suffer, what hast thou found of all thy household stuff? Set it here before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may judge betwixt us two. These 20 years have I been with thee, thy ewes and thy she-goats have not cast their young, and the rams of thy flock have not eaten that which was torn of beast. I brought to unto thee, I bear the loss of it of my hand. Didst thou require it? Whether stolen by day or stolen by night, thus I was in the day. The drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep fled from my eyes. These 20 years have I been in thy house. I served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters, and 6 years for thy flock, and thou hast charged my wage 10 times. Except the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac has been with me. Surely now hast thou sent me away empty. God had seen my affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked thy yesternight. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, the daughters are my daughters, and the children are my children, and the flock are my flock, and all that thou seest is mine. And what can I do this day unto these my daughter, or unto their children whom they have borne? And now come, let us make a covenant, I said, though, and let it be for a witness between me and thee. And Jacob took a stone and set it up for a pillar. And Jacob said unto his brethren, gather stones in thy stone. And they took stones and made a heap, and they did eat there by the heap. And Laban called it Jergashadutha, but Jacob called it Gilead. And Laban said, this heap is witness between me and thee this day. Therefore was the name of it called between me and these thy this day. Therefore was the name of it called Gilead. And Mizpah, for he said, Jehovah watched between me and thee when we are absent one from another. If thou hast afflicted my daughters, and if thou hast taken wives beside my daughters, no man is with us. See, God is witness betwixt me and thee. And Laban said unto Jacob, behold this heap, and behold the pillar which I have set betwixt me and thee. This heap be witness, and the pillar be witness, and I will not pass over this heap to thee, and that thou hast not passed over the heap and this pillar unto me for harm. And God of Abraham and God of Nahor, the God of their fathers, judge betwixt us. And Jacob sware by the fear of his father Isaac. And Jacob offered a sacrifice in the mountain, and called his brethren to eat bread. And they did eat bread, and tarried all night in the mountains. And early in the morning Laban rose up and kissed his sons and daughters and blessed them. And Laban departed and returned unto his place. Okay. So we can take from that whatever situation you're in right now, you can make a you can't, but God will make a way for you. He sees your affliction. He sees that you've been going through it. You might be going through it for a very long time, but He does see you, and when He tells you to go, you need to go. You don't gotta tell nobody. You don't gotta. Well, you do have to tell your wife, or just leave it at that. Just for communication, but other than that, like the people that's going with you, but other than that, you don't need to tell nobody. You need to just go, and God will take care of the rest. Even though they did pursue him, and really, I think honestly, well, I don't know, but one of the main reasons is because Rebecca took some idols that she was not supposed to be taking from her father's house and brought it on the road with her. Leave the idols at home. Okay? If no one else tells you, don't bring idols when God tells you to go somewhere. Okay? Don't bring idols, because that's not what He wants. He wants you to go, not you and the idols. Okay? The only thing you should be looking up to or praising should be God. And that's final. So yeah, don't bring idols. But I think that's one of the main reasons why the father came behind him, like, hey, where you going? Like, what's going on? I don't know what Laban's God was, but Jacob, the true, the God of gods, told Laban, hey, don't talk either good or bad in the morning. Just a little heads up. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like he just, I guess he didn't do good or bad. So he just talked. But he was just like, where's my stuff at? That's not really what he said, but he was like, you just upped and left at the middle of the night, and then you gonna take my stuff? Like, what? That's basically how he said it. But yeah, Rebecca is not looking too good in this story. That's all I'm gonna say. Come on now, after God done gave you some children with your barren self, you gonna take some idols? That ain't right. Go ahead and put that down. But yeah, y'all, God's gonna make a way for you. That's all. That's really all I got from that. The only other thing is when, you know, he caught up and he was trying to look for stuff, and then Jacob got kind of like annoyed, you know what I mean? You know, stand up for yourself. If somebody come after you done left, and you got your real reasons, like look, bro, you been treating me disrespectfully, bro. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I'm a grown man, woman. You're not about to do that to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, just stand up for yourself. God got you. He right behind you. Like, yeah. Yeah, tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. But, yeah, that's all I got from that. If you got some more, tell it in the comments. Talk about it. But I think that'll be all for today. Y'all have a blessed day. Whenever you're watching this, blessed day, blessed morning, evening, night. Whenever you're watching this, hope you're having a good one. Love all my haters, love all my supporters, and keep God in your life. Go with God.